a strike and a half. Wow, that was crazy. Hey guys, Cal Kellogg here. I am out with Lucy hiking this morning. We're actually kind of checking out these clear cuts here for deer tracks, and I had a hunting question from a young man named Kyle. I met Kyle about 11 years ago on the California Dawn. He was a little kid. I hooked him up with a lingcod jig, and he ended up winning the jackpot that day with like a 20-pound class lingcod. And we kind of been in touch on and off ever since. Long story short, this year Kyle got the turkey hunting bug really bad. He didn't get a turkey, but he had some opportunities out on public land. And when the season was over, he reached out to me and he had a couple questions for me. One, he missed a turkey, he said at about 10 yards. And he had another turkey come in this year on his weak side. He tried to make a move on the bird and the bird took off. So, and I guess, Kyle, I'll get to those specific instances in a second. Your big advantage right now, Kyle's a freshman in college this year, so he's young and buff. Your biggest advantage right now is your physicality. You can hike far, you can hike steep, you can get up early, you can operate on minimal sleep. As compared to me, I'm old and fat and sore most of the time, so you've got way more physicality than me. But I have way more experience than you, and that allows me to harvest birds without covering nearly as much ground as you, kind of all things being equal. But enjoy your physicality while you got it, and spend as much time in the turkey woods as possible. That's where the experience comes from. So let's talk about the bird that got away without you firing a shot at him first. I think you need a decoy. I know you're not using a decoy. I don't use a decoy all the time, but I'll tell you what, you saw that big bird I got this year, my second bird, my 22-pounder. That bird came in on the wrong side, and if I'd have tried to make a move on him, he would have flown away. It was ultimately patience and the decoy that closed the deal. And he did both. I did knock him out of the air, but the decoy brought him in and put him into a perfect shooting position. So get a decoy. I like to carry mine in a waterproof backpack. I just shove it in there, and then if I get a turkey, I throw the turkey in the backpack and I strap the decoy on the front. You don't need a fancy decoy. It just needs to have a turkey silhouette and something that's lightweight, easy to pack. So one, get yourself a decoy. Two, the turkey you missed. It's part of, turkey hunting marketing that you need a choke that allows you to shoot turkeys at really long range. I have one, you have one, every turkey hunter has one, and it seems like we're all thinking about shooting turkeys at 50 yards, but what we don't consider is the turkey that comes in and we need to take a shot at, say, 10 yards, where, when you're using one of those ultra tight chokes at 10 yards, your pattern is, the size of a teacup, the size of a saucer. It's not very big. It's like a rifle shot. So if you're not precisely on the turkey and you don't know precisely where your shotgun is hitting at 10 yards, you have a real good chance of missing a turkey's neck at really close range. So one, if you're going to use your super tight choke, be sure to shoot it at 8, 10, 12 yards and make sure your sights are dead on for a rifle style shot at very close range. Now, having said that, I walk around most of the time with my ultra tight turkey choke in the gun. My dead coyote choke is the one I use most often, but I almost always have a modified choke with me. And if I find that I'm hunting really tight cover, say cover where the turkey's going to be 30 yards or less when he comes out, when he shows himself, I very much prefer a modified choke if I'm going to shoot close. It just gives you a little more spread, and it's going to make those close range shots a whole lot easier. So, changeable choke tubes, they're really a godsend to guys shooting shotguns. Back when I first started hunting, changeable choke tubes weren't a thing, but now you can change choke several times a day. You just need the little wrench, put one in, take one out, stuff like that. So there you have it, Kyle. Enjoy your physicality. Enjoy being out in the field and gaining experience. You had 2 opportunities on public land at gobblers, close encounters with gobblers. So you are doing pretty much everything right. I expect you to kill a lot of turkeys. get yourself a decoy. Really think about the choke that you're running, and really spend some time, patterning the gun, checking the sights on the gun for a really close range shot. And you don't need to shoot those expensive turkey loads for that close range stuff. Just use a regular quail load. It's going to give you an accurate idea of where that shot mass is hitting at 8 or 10 yards. Anyway, Kyle, looking forward to seeing you next spring with some big old gobblers on the ground. I hope that helps. Stay in touch. So proud of you. You're in college. I've known you, about half of your life, I guess, at this point. So anyway, Kyle, I'm proud of you. I know your parents are too. Keep after those turkeys. Keep after those grades. You're doing good stuff. And Kyle, I didn't say that. Kyle's going to be an electrical engineer. So he's one of those brainiacs that's going to make all the money. So anyway, thanks a lot for the question, Kyle. Thanks for all the support on the channel, guys. If you're looking for trout gear, you know where to go, fishhuntshoot.com. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that button. And you'll always know when I'm on here blabbering about fishing or turkey hunting or whatever I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm Kel Kellogg. You guys have a great day, and I will catch you next time right here on YouTube.